There's your starting goaltender for the Peterborough Lakers. That is Evan Kirk getting the nod here tonight. Matt Vince will be his backup. So a little bit of a switch there, a little bit of a change in goal. We'll talk about that throughout the broadcast a little bit. And there's Nick Rose. He's been solid. He picked up the win in Game 2 and perhaps was the difference in the third period down in Oakville the other night.
63 Lakers shots on Thursday in Oakville.
Tough one for Oakville. Here's a quick transition. Buchanan scores! It's 1-0 Peterborough.
It's not just a bit of a broken play. As soon as the referee blew the whistle, the Lakers are ready. Oakville was not. Buchanan was already parked right at the top of the crease. He just had to catch the ball, turn and fire. Nick Rose was planted, but he didn't move at all. I don't think he was ready for the speed on Buchanan.
And Turner Evans cutting through the house, trying to create some room. Across here to Sean Evans. He fakes. Out in front, shot, they score! Courier! It's 2-0 Peterborough.
Second setup from Sean Evans as he makes the dish into Courier. Courier already had some pretty good speed with him as he was cutting down that lane. Got the pass just outside the crease, and he didn't really have it for too long in his stick. And right out, look at Sean Evans, fakes the shot from the top, draws two defenders in his way. That clears the lane for 27. He sees that from the top, drives through, right through the 5-hole, and Nick.
Grab it in Oakville. A nice job to get it up the floor. A little 3-on-3 action here. Van Galen. Now it's a chance. Rogers going in. Rogers hanging on to it, drops it. Shot coming, they score! Oakville on the board. A pretty good shot there. As they close the gap to 2-1.
A rare offensive opportunity for Billy Hostrasser. He ends up with the shot at the top. Challen Rogers, who has had a great series, he had the ball. Looked like he was driving through the...
Oakville looking to tie it up. Shot right there, and Palace with a chance. Another shot, oh, he scores! What a goal by Johnny Palace, who picked up his loose ball, shoveled it in, and it's a 2-2 lacrosse game.
Well, we talked about Johnny Palace kind of being invisible in the last couple of years. He's been in and out of lineups. Six Nations decided to move him this year to Oakville. Didn't play too many games, and then come playoff time, this is the Johnny Palace we're used to seeing. A junior A standout who is touted to be the next big thing.
Here's a chance here. Ball moved by Katoni. There's a pick. There's the shot. They score! Turner Evans! What a nice play all around, and it's 3-2 Peterborough.
Well, Turner Evans comes circling around the outside. Season opening from that top, decides to shoot. We're used to seeing him down low at that crease area. He comes off an Adam Jones pick this time, though. Fools Rose with that outside shot.
Here's last night out west. No trophy, though. Here's the shot. They score! The Oakville Rock coming back to close the gap and get within one on a goal right there by Andrew Q.
Andrew Q, I was watching him in the warm-up, and he was unloading line drives into that top corner. I was expecting some of those shots. This one here, though, he just scoops up the Lucy. He's able to find the bounce shot right through the 5-hole of Evan Kirk. And
the Lakers, a chance once again to go up by 2. Shot, they score! Holden Katoni, what a blast! And the Lakers take a 5-3 lead.
Great look from Katoni. Watching the replay, Nick Rose, he always steps way out of his net to eliminate those corners. He's about 3 steps out of his crease at this point. He doesn't even move on the shot because he thinks he's got a stick in the 5-hole, and right there's an opening that Holden Katoni finds.
Withers goes right to the net, shoots, he scores! An individual effort. He did it all. Jake Withers unassisted. And the Lakers are up by 3.
Well, this is the biggest lead that anybody has had the entire series. It's only a 3-goal span, mind you, but that just shows how tight this series is and how big a 3-goal lead is going to mean to the Lakers.
It's Rogers setting a pick, but the ball comes back to Rogers out in front. Shot, he scores! Beauty goal by Rogers, and the Rock are within 2 here now.
That's Rogers' 8th point in the opening 3 games of this series. He had a strong series. We talked about it in the intermission. He was averaging 2 points a game against the Chiefs. He ended up...
Courier to Sean Evans. Evans comes out, Evans shoots, he scores! What a shot, Sean Evans, 7 for Peterborough.
Well, he already had 3 assists after unloading that one. 4 points now for Sean Evans. And once again, the Lakers start to pull away slightly. Sean Evans slowly makes his way out from the side. And
down by 3. Big shot, and they score! Kirk made the save, but it rolled in. And Tanner Thompson gets the Rock back to within a couple here.
And as a goalie, you don't want to move too much after you've made the initial save, because then you risk knocking it into your own net. So Kirk, he heard and felt the ball hit him, so he just stood there, and then there it is bouncing, and by the time he realizes that he doesn't have...
So the Lakers get the ball back. Plenty of time left in the power play. 1:05 left in the man advantage. Evans, Katoni shoots, he scores! A bullet of a shot by number 99, Holden Katoni, and the Lakers click on the power play.
And the Lakers are now 2 for 4 on the man advantage as Holden Katoni, he tucks another one home. This one just a soft shot, very accurate though. He lined up that top corner and just gingerly let it out. Well, still a rocket for most people, but for Holden Katoni, it wasn't a hard shot. Again, Nick Rose, got to be an exciting time.
And Craig in here for Johnny Pallas. Pallas decides to shoot, he scores! What a shot! Right there by Johnny Pallas over the shoulder of Evan Kirk. That's the hat trick, and it's an 8-6 game.
What a shot from Johnny Pallas, right into that top corner, an inch higher, and it would have rang right off the iron. That's how well placed that ball was. It looked like he was circling all the way to the top. He had Ian Lord guessing. Ian Lord.
And here's a chance here. Oakville to get again. Now within one, they do, they score. It sneaks past Evan Kirk, and it's a 1-goal game. A great start here for the Oakville Rock in the 3rd period.
And not even 4 minutes into this 3rd period, and Oakville already with 2 quick goals past Kirk. Take a look at this last one. Nice pass from way out, and it looked like he was all tied up. I don't even know how Justin Martin got.
Craig passes it over. There's a shot coming, and that goes wide of the net, and Chad Tutton picks it up. Tutton on a partial breakaway as Tutton goes in. Tutton, twister, scores! Chad Tutton with another big goal. He had a big one in game 1, 2 in the 3rd, and the Lakers take back their 2-goal lead.
Looks like Oakville sent a man out the back door a little early. Referee's arm didn't go up, but it didn't matter at all. There's the extra man, Callum Jones, right in front of the net, and Tutton just bulldozes right through him, knocks him back a step. That gets him to the net. Strength and muscle.
May have had Rose beat, but he missed the net, and here come the Rock up the other way. Gillies with it. On a 2-on-1, make it a 3-on-1, he scores! Brad Gillies. And just like that, the Rock are back to within a couple here, within 1.
That's a tough play as a defender. Ian Lord's coming out the back gate. He's trying to break up that 2-on-1. Oakville's waiting for him to react. Here he reacts there with a little bit of a slash, trying to get the ball out of the stick, and great patience by Brad Gillies as he just moves out.
Oakville's chance now to tie up this game. Desnu picks it up, goes to the net, shoots, he scores! 2 in a row by the Oakville Rock, and this game is tied at 9.
I touched briefly with Josh Courier in the intermission about that lapse they had on Thursday night, 3 goals in the last 7 minutes. You could tell it was fresh on their mind, and they didn't want that to happen again. And it's tough. You want to say take the body here, but you take the body, you might get an interference penalty. It was
full 30 to work with. Will they take advantage? Good, Tony scores! On the power play, it's 10-9 Lakers, and that's his 3rd of the night.
4 points for Holden Cattoni. That is the hat trick, and again, right from the top, plants his foot, a steady.
The shot away, went over the goal. Turner Evans over to Sean Evans. Backhand shot. Rolls with the same rebound. It goes in. They score! It was a wild one. It's 11-9 Lakers now.
Sometimes when you see goals like that, you think, wow, did the Lakers plan that? I can guarantee you they did not plan that one. That might be the flukiest goal we have seen this season. Backhander from Sean Evans, an absolute rocket.
Rebound for the Lakers to gobble up. That means Oakville won't have the ball, and at this point, that's what it's all about. They score. Quick stick there by Small, and Rose got a piece, but not enough. It's 12-9 Peterborough Lakers. Tough one for Rosie there, but that should be enough on this night, Scotty.
It should be, but you never know in the game of lacrosse, but I think that is a done deal at this point in time. Corey Small with a nice quick stick. That's the move that worked all season.
13 is pretty good.
That's
pretty
the thing.
safe. Here's Hogarth. Couple fakes. He scores. Thomas Hogarth. And that will definitely seal the deal tonight.
Yeah, just to touch up on Withers, I mean, even if Oakville did score, get within 2, they've got to win another draw. Then if they score again, they've got to win another draw. So the deck is stacked against them just because of the face-off. So again, that shows how valuable Jake Withers is, but they don't need to worry about the face-offs now as Thomas Hogarth
will grab it, and that will do it. The Peterborough Lakers will defeat the Oakville Rock 13-9, your final here tonight in front of well over 3,000 fans and many more watching at home on your TV. We'll be back with your post-game show coming up right after this.